The life of the former occupants of this cozy Belgium home literally went up in flames. In the dead of the night, a fire that broke out in the kitchen meant that the family was forced to leave their confidential and homely place. It seems they were still planning to come back someday, almost a year ago. But shocked and traumatized that the family was, this has not yet come to pass. Let's immerse ourselves into this incredibly sad story as we investigate what's left behind after the devastating event. Today we're documenting maybe one of the saddest homes in Belgium to date. In the rush of midnight, this place actually caught a fire in the kitchen and the former occupants were forced to leave their home. Could not return because there was just simple enough, not enough money to actually just pay for the damage that occurred inside of this place, and ever since it's abandoned. And it might be even one of the places that was the most recently abandoned that we ever visited, because it's only abandoned for 1 year. But because of the fire damage, it looks like it's been abandoned for way more years than actually only that solely 1 year.
Even several months. It's not 1 year completely. And as you can see right over here, you can see the first damage.
So yeah, this is actually the Porsche where we just entered, and you can clearly tell that everything from this family is just left behind.
And it's so crazy that they actually had this in their porch.
And all the contents are actually covered in black ashes.
And even, look, just imagine though that right over there in the corner, there was already cobwebs and they're just black.
Yeah, and if you lift that up, you will see a spot. Look, that is how it used to be, and everything is just ashes and dust. But like we said, it's veritably untouched.
It is untouched. I have exactly the same glasses at home. Yeah, this is quite hard. Yeah, I don't want to destroy it. As you can tell, some old pictures of a man and a woman that used to live over here. And it says 𝗍𝗍, so grandfather and grandmother.
I think it was also a younger couple living here. I've seen some photos in the living, which we are about to see too. They seem like they were definitely younger people.
This looks so good.
Yeah.
Yep, and since November 2021, or 2020, sorry.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, man. It's less than a year. Alright, this is the desk. It's just still so good. It's unrealistic.
I'm really wondering if the fire actually happened. Why did they never decide to empty its contents?
I think maybe they had the feeling that everything was just destroyed.
I mean, there are still so many items which they can actually save and restore.
Just some family pictures. These must have been very important to them, right? this table. Here's some small spots.
Look over here on the heart. It's saying, "Mama, you're the most loveliest person."
Oh.
Even within this cabinet, the ashes just spread it.
It's crazy, huh? Look.
It's insane, man. Everywhere. It must have been a huge fire. I'm actually wondering, would these people actually have survived it?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue actually, to be honest. Yeah, you can see that it hasn't been on fire in the bedroom, but it started right over here.
In the kitchen. The kitchen is just one huge dark and black place now.
And I have never seen something like this before. This is unbelievable. And to be honest, I don't want to see this ever again in my life.
No, it's extremely sad what happened. I mean, you can literally see that this plastic has all melted. This coffee machine.
It's a coffee machine. Even the soap, look. The soap is just black. And this was once a towel.
Oh yeah, this was once a towel.
And now it's just completely solid. Like completely.
It's insane, man.
It's so insane. Yeah, I think, oh, I can still open it up. It's unbelievable. Damn. It's so black inside. Alright, close it up again. You know, I'm not gonna open up too much over here, so that we don't spread too much of these particles.
Yeah, these ash particles.
Oh my god.
Of course, we're both wearing respirators, but
yeah.
we gotta be careful.
And you know, since it has been so recently, I can still smell it.
Yeah.
So badly. If you could smell what we are smelling right now, it's disgusting.
Oh, there's even bottles and jars down here.
Champagne bottles.
My gosh. All the crumbling interior.
The oven.
Just crumbling apart.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? Let's leave this kitchen.
Yep.
Because it's in a very, very bad state.
And the sad part, of course, the fire went all the way up.
It spread it all across their beautiful living room. You can tell by the paint on the ceiling and everything within this room, the walls, but also the furniture. You're about to see it, it's covered in black ashes.
It's unrealistic. It's so
Everything.
unrealistic. The plants are even more black than they used to be. I've never seen something like this.
Have a look at the clock.
It's just completely black. Imagine that it was just once very colorful. It used to be very like bright brown.
Yeah. Over
picture.
here is even still a holiday wish card.
holidays. 2020.
Oh,
So that
my
means
gosh.
December. Bro, this place is abandoned for maybe 3 months or something.
I cannot believe it. I'm really curious for the story. What was the cause of this fire?
Yeah, for real.
Everything is just covered. Those were all the medicine and pills.
Even Herbalife nutrition.
Really?
I have these things at home, man. Oh my god. Yeah, this is unreal. This is really unreal.
And so many old photos. Why didn't they save all those old photos? Why is even still this electricity plug just plugged in after the devastating event that happened inside of this home?
This is so unreal.
The fire must have been the reason why these people had to leave in a hurry. But the question that still arises is, why did nobody ever came back to retrieve all their stuff?
Well, some of the stuff I understand, but
The photos, I really cannot get my mind straight around it.
no. Unbelievable, huh?
There's also very unique lamps over here. I really like them.
And also over here, Maria statue, the painting, the Egypt painting.
Personal photos.
Mm-hmm.
But look how sad. This might even have been their daughter. The glass just broken, probably
Yeah.
because of the hot temperatures.
Yes, it breaks because of the temperature.
I think, honestly, that this was actually the woman who lived there. She must be still alive.
Yeah, I personally still think that was an elderly woman who used to live in here. And
But have you seen this photo over here? I think this was the family. This is just a young couple, bro, with 2 children.
oh yeah, that's exactly the same woman.
It's the same woman, so I think it was a really young couple living here. Because you also see things with grandmother, so they had older people living in their family.
The furniture is, yeah, it's still old-fashioned. Oh my god, this is unreal, man.
Look at the grey sofas. Just show it to them so they can get a better perspective of it. Yeah, just leave it like that. Let's leave it like this, but you can clearly see everything is just covered within this dust. Big black dust and ash. It's unbelievable. Like you said, it's the first time we ever see this.
Bro, I think you're completely right, man.
Yeah, it was a young couple.
This is the lady.
So sad. That everything is just forgotten within a thick layer of ash. It still smells so ashy inside this place, if that's a word.
I think even this is still good.
It's expired on 2022.
2022. This is still good.
Yeah, and it also doesn't look that bad apart from that it has maybe burned a little bit.
Well, I shouldn't give it a try. This is unreal, man.
Look, there's even a religious statue in that bulb there.
Oh. You need to look closely. Yeah, and these are completely tight, stuck. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try it. Out of my respect.
Speculoos cookies.
Also still good.
Yeah, biscuits
Oh well,
and
no,
stuff.
no. Bro, this is literally like several months.
Whoa, a lot of cutlery. So many old photos here. Also just within a layer of ash, you see?
It's unreal how the ashes can spread.
Yeah.
I've never seen something like that. I never imagined that it could spread so badly.
Then you really get a strong image about how fine and tiny these particles are, that it can just go through everything.
I mean, look, this used to be all crystallized glasses. Right now, all just black.
All the crystal entirely black.
Can you imagine that 3 months ago this place was on fire?
No, not at all.
It's unreal, huh?
At the same time, it's so incredibly sad, as we mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah, I keep on saying unreal, but it feels so, I don't know, man.
Look at even at the television here from Samsung, the very modern one. Yeah, you will not see much of that, but everything is just, I mean, if you lift this up, for example, you can also see
the
it.
pattern.
Alright, so we continue from the living room and actually enter their main hallway. That is honestly in a better condition than the living room and the kitchen.
Yeah.
This was their main door one day. Look how shiny this lamp still is.
That one looks very good, eh?
Yeah.
And then also the toilet over here, decoration.
Have a look at the crumbling door of the kitchen. Completely burned. Quite modern scale here on the ground too.
Yeah, very modern. But I think it's empty. The old picture. Still hesitating who lived here. The elderly woman or the young couple. Still.
Yeah. Well, we see the same picture of the woman here again. When she was also a child, so I think her parents lived there.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case it was actually an adult couple.
Because I see some old stuff.
And there is walking canes, so
Yeah.
I think those were probably the parents of the girl we've seen in the photos.
We gotta
Bro.
mention one thing.
Yeah, it's open here, but this bathroom is so modern. Like, have a look.
Yeah. Alright, talking about this part. That is so modern. Have a look.
Bro, this shower is even more modern than the shower I have in my own bathroom at home.
Mine too.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy, huh?
It's ridiculous. So right over here is another bedroom. You can clearly tell. Still looks quite clean, and this part seems to have remained, yeah, quite untouched by the fire that happened.
Yeah. And even look. Lady Million. I use 1 million. Should there still be something in it?
Probably.
Yeah, there is.
Insane. You're special. Yes, all the people that are watching, you are.
You are special.
Thanks for all your support.
So we can document places like this.
Yeah.
Unrealistic things.
Just document the history, the forgotten past, about how people lived, but also about devastating events that happened in this scenario.
Some pretty expensive perfumes. Yves Saint Laurent. And yeah, this were just the clothings. Damn. Yeah.
Huge wardrobe here.
Do you think the clothes are still in there?
I think so. This door seems damaged. Maybe I can open the other one.
Oh, taking both of them.
There we go, but there's actually blankets inside. No clothes.
Yeah.
Another record player over there. Another wish card for Christmas. Happy festives.
Probably from the children.
Yeah.
And you can even tell that the fire and the smoke got all
I've
the way
reached
up
this
here.
part, yeah. They actually manifested the cobwebs.
If you've ever seen Spider-Man, then it looks like Venom's webs. It's the black Spider-Man. Actually, our reason for guessing that it was an elderly couple or a younger couple with children is right over here. This is even more sadder. We have this
Oh yeah, the
children
bunk beds.
bathroom.
Yeah. The bunk beds with childish sheets, so yeah, they definitely had little children living here. Whether it was the younger couple or the older, we don't know, but...
Well, one thing for sure, they were definitely having sleepovers over here. And now it's just forgotten.
So sad.
And we keep on saying forgotten, but 3 months, Marino.
Yeah, but still, it's strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if your home goes on fire? I would immediately run inside as soon as it's possible to save the things that are still there.
Yeah, true,
Before it might be too late.
Yeah, it depends on
I would go crazy. I would literally take all my stuff. Like, I would go like a maniac and save everything I could.
But imagine the state. I mean, the only entrance you have was the front door, and the kitchen was connected to the back.
It must have been hard, but I mean, in the heat of the moment, damn, could really not imagine it's so incredibly sad if something like that happens.
You know how extremely fast fire just spreads.
Yeah.
That's literally blinks of seconds.
Yeah, and you literally have like one passage, like the hallway, that's all.
That's all.
The fire is in the kitchen, you can only go out of the main door, and even that was, I suppose, too hard.
It was impossible.
They could have fled maybe through the window of the bedroom or something.
And don't forget about the oxygen. The oxygen level goes very low.
Oh yeah. Bro, even still the clothes of all these children are here. It's unbelievable. It's so sad. I don't want to show too much of it, honestly. I mean, still the shoes are over here.
And these are definitely from an elderly woman.
And actually the last thing to show you is the master bedroom, which is definitely my favorite room, I think. Because it's still so pristine. And we just love bedrooms. Have a look. It's actually a beautiful wooden bed.
Yeah.
Definitely a double sleeper for the couple. This beautiful Prius chair too, very unique. And look at all the 𝗦𝘁cie puppets here.
Yeah, there are loads of them, huh? Small jewelry box.
No, I think it was for sewing, like a sewing kit with buttons. Yeah. Look at that purse there. Look, there is even photos of a boy.
Yeah. And then right over here.
I love grandma and grandpa. Yeah, it was probably an older couple. That was maybe the picture on the marriage day.
Mm-hmm.
I assume.
And there, another old picture.
This could be a jewelry box, maybe.
I think it was a jewelry box once. Yeah.
So we need secretary desk. Can you actually open it here?
Oh yeah, I can. Yes.
Was this an agenda? Or what was it? Oh yeah.
I think so. But the euro I'm not sure about.
Most of the times the year is on the cover, right?
Yeah, it was. I saw one.
2015.
2015. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we found something from 2020, late 2020.
So do we actually have a name of this couple? Because I see some papers laying there with still prices in francs on the bed. Right over there. Do we have a name of this couple? Or was this actually the name? Oh, this was like their anniversary. They had a wedding, a golden wedding. Yeah, this was them. Marcel and Eliane.
Yes.
So it was an older couple, we just found out.
That's correct. Yes.
Marcel and Eliane.
I found her name once, but I was not 100% sure, but the woman's name was Eliane.
Look even at all the signatures here, the people that actually were part of this beautiful moment in their life. Look at the curtains. Looks very French, right?
Yeah. Damn, 50 years of marriage, yes, in 2009.
So these people were clearly of older age. We just found out. Oh,
All like clothing.
entirely stuffed. Oh my gosh. Everything, their sheets, their towels, they still look so clean. And mint condition, and over here too. Plenty of clothes. Really sad. And I'm really wondering what actually happened to this older couple. But I'm afraid we will never find out the real story.
No, I hope they're in a safer place right now. And I hope, of course, that they're still alive.
Yeah, I sincerely hope so too. And one last thing I hope is, if they are still alive, or even if they passed away, that somebody takes care of this home. That's actually open to public, because we could literally just walk in.
It's unbelievable.
So yeah, I just really hope that somebody saves it before it's too late. And I really hope that actually the end and the story of this home was not too tragic. And
yeah, to be honest, for an urban explorer, this is of course something very special to do. This really feels like it still feels unreal, and it's very special to find a home like this. But at the same moment, I feel very sad walking around over here. I don't get a good vibe because I know that it happened very recently, and the things that could have happened, I just can't imagine. Maybe somebody got hurt, maybe one of them even died.
I really hope it wasn't too harmful.
No. And yeah, after all, we're urban explorers, and this is what we do, man. We document places like this, which are abandoned. So, I hope you still really enjoyed it. I hope we give you some good information. We will never know the complete story, but this is our estimations. And if you did so, you enjoyed it, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment right down below, ring the bell notification button right up there, and then we will see you on our next adventure. Peace out. Season of gold. I'd